book junkies, it's the Frog Queen here, and today is Free Comic Book Day. So, I thought I would finally do one of my what I'm currently reading type videos, and also because today I'm actually leaving very shortly to go to the Cape and Cowl comic book shop and collectibles in Sackville here in Nova Scotia. I'm going to help out as my friend who owns the shop is actually just got out of surgery a day ago. So a bunch of us are helping out with Free Comic Book Day today. So I think I might try and take some video while I'm there. Definitely some pictures at the very least. And we will just talk about the comics I've been reading right now. So, of course, Kid Lobotomy finished just recently. Very, very sad about that. I finished reading it. I keep meaning to write my thoughts. I will do that soon. Before the trade comes out, for sure. I just picked this one up yesterday as I'm going to TCAF on Thursday. I'm reading some graphic novels and things for some of the people who are there. There's like over 400, I believe, presenters, different comic book creators, writers, artists that will be there. So I'm just trying to catch up on some of the guests that I want to meet and read some of their books. So I got this one called Raven Girl, which looks awesome. I actually recently just read the first volume of Razzle by Jeff Smith, who did Bone. It's really good. I'm trying to find the other volumes. I believe there's 6 volumes. It could be less than that. I can't remember. But they're hard to find, and they're not even like, I don't think they're still in print. So like I couldn't find them like online on like Amazon or anything. So really liked it though. Crazy parallel universes, that kind of stuff. I haven't read this yet, but I am going to be reading it. I just got it in the mail recently, and it's about wrestling, which wrestling comics is actually kind of a big deal right now, especially with IDW. People love them. This one was sent to me by the writer, so I have not read it yet. Oops, the light shining there. I'm going to get to it. I really love the cover, though. Really, really great cover. I don't believe I've shown you this yet, but I picked it up recently. I have a review of it. I might have already talked about this. Vulcan's Arena. Such a great book from Humanoids. So gorgeous. I got it at Strange Adventures for a steal. Yeah, I got it for $10. It came out a couple years ago, so I got it in a sale. I finally got Paper Girls 3 and 4, so I've been trying to catch up on my Paper Girls because I love Paper Girls. I actually got this the day it came out. I just haven't got to read it. I've been reading a lot of other comics, so this is like stuff for when I go to bed and get to read, but lately I haven't even been able to do that, so I'm still reading just all digital stuff right now and current stuff. I also got these books from a local creator. I went to a event at one of our local pubs, and these look really cool. Andrew Clark is the name of the creator, and this is the series called Adam. If you can see, 1, 2, and 3. I popped over to Strange Adventures yesterday and was able to pick up a couple of my sub-box. So I've got Death and Glory with Bengal and Remender. I've actually had an advanced copy of this for a while and did not have time to read it. Again, I've mostly been reading my clients' comics, and I'm reading a lot of Aftershock and stuff too. These are just things that I'm going to be reading this week. Of course, I'm still reading Grass Kings, always, always, and forever. It's so good. So I just grabbed that copy. And, of course, the Beef. I love the Beef. Beef 3 that just came out. I also finished reading this because I had gotten somehow, I bought it a while ago and it got to the bottom of my pile and I don't know how. And because it's such a large book, I don't know how it got there. But it's Velman and Karasok, which I never say correctly, but one of my favorite duos. It's actually 3 people. Karasok is 2 people, and then Velman is the writer. But they've worked together on really amazing titles like Beautiful Darkness and Beauty. So good, so good. Okay, this is a rather large list because I haven't done one of these videos in a while. It's like been a month. Okay, I have been reading 30 Days of Night, Steve Niles. They're up to issue 5 now. It's available. It's so good. I'm so happy that he's back on that series. I've been reading The Alack Sinner that has been re-released by IDW. Disenchantment has just come out, so I just got that. I've been reading, been catching up on Baby Teeth, as Baby Teeth is still ongoing. Really loving it. Donny Cates, great. Let's see, what else am I reading? I just got issue 2 of Calexic. I haven't got into it yet, though, because issue 1 was so good, but now that it's been such a long time since issue 1, I have to go back and reread issue 1, because it's just been too long. Let's see what else I've been reading. I was catching up on... Oh, of course, I read Skip to the End, which is coming out in June 12th, from Jeremy Holt and Alex Diodo. It's on Insight Comics, so I just did an interview last night with Jeremy, so I'll have that up. You can also see my thoughts on issue 1 of The Prisoner, which is Peter Milligan's newest title with Titan Comics, that I've also interviewed him on, so that interview should be up next week as well. I'm just going to edit it this weekend. But yes, please go check out thefrogqueen.com and read my thoughts on that, because it was good. I really liked it. I'm still getting caught up in Extremity, of course, which is Daniel Warren's. So good. It's on Image Comics. I've also been reading a couple newer Aftershock and Black Mask titles. So one of them was, what was it called? Where is it? I gotta find it now. Oh, it's Come Into Me. That sounds so vulgar. It kind of is. But it's about basically removing someone's consciousness from their body and putting it into someone else's body, and then sharing that body between two consciousness. And it's really interesting. I really like the characters. They're very diverse, like interesting new characters. Like I don't really feel like they are copied from any other story. It's very weird, and the way that they think, it's kind of bizarre. So that's one I'm going to have a review on shortly. I'm really liking it. There's 2 issues out so far. I actually recently reread all of Britannia, which I also got to talk to Peter Milligan a little bit about, because there's a new Britannia book coming out I think a couple months is when the series starts up again. So it's going to be volume 3. So a whole new set of issues on Britannia. Britannia is really cool. It's, of course, about like the Roman Empire at a certain point in history during the reign of Nero, Emperor Nero, I believe. It's really great. I'm really enjoying that. Also reading a series called Breathless from Black Mask. Definitely one to check out. Oh, also reading a new series called Survival Fetish, and that one is from Patrick Kindlon and Antonio Fuso. I really like the artwork. I think that's what appealed to me. I think that's what appealed most to me about Survival Fetish, and that one's a new Black Mask series as well. I'm going to try and bang out a review of that. Geez, I have 100 things to review, and I can't review everything, obviously, because I work. So I find lately I just don't have enough time that I want to have. I've also finished reading Eric Grisham's new upcoming issue of his series Dead Horse. So Dead Horse Volume 1 is currently available. You can get it on Comixology. On May 23rd, issue number 3 of Volume 2 of Dead Horse comes out. So I've read that, and I will have a video on that, I think, some point here. And maybe we can have Eric on the show. We'll see if he wants to come on. Anyway, if you remember correctly, Gregory Suicide was written by Eric Grisham, and you can go back and check out my video on Gregory Suicide, of course. I'm going to be taking off here in a second, so let's see what kind of footage I get while I'm out. So it's going to turn into like a semi-blog, I guess. But basically, I'm just going to a comic book store to answer questions about comics for customers and oversee the handing out of free comics for Free Comic Book Day. So let's go see. Hi. Oh, hi. Okay, so I just got back from the comic book shop. That little video clip that you saw was all I was able to take. I took some quick pictures, but literally it was so busy. I just did not have time to tear away from people, and you can't see the full store. I wanted to do a full walkthrough, but there was just no time. It was too busy. There was so many people in there. I tried to take a little bit of video when I had time, when I didn't have to help people. So yeah, that was all I got to take for a video. I thought I would be able to do more, but it's not possible. Plus, I still think it's kind of rude trying to do a video, take video, and there's people around who want to talk to you or ask questions. It just seemed rude. So that is literally all I was able to manage. After that, I got to stop at my other local comic book shop. And because they had like crazy sales on, I got this by David Hein, of course, which I don't even own. So it was a Strange Embrace, Strange Embrace. You can tell that I'm tongue-tied and tired because it's getting late here anyway. So I got that for a steal. It was $10. Never opened. Yeah, David Hein. I love David Hein. I also got this, which I would not have bought if it wasn't on for half price because I am poor and I'm going to TCAF. And I don't want to spend money before I go out to another province. So I got, you can't tell, oh, the green screen. Sorry about that. X-Men Grand Design. It is the Marvel Treasury Edition. So very, very excited that I got this because I wanted to get it a long time ago, but like when it first came out a couple weeks back, but I just couldn't afford it or couldn't justify affording it. So, and that's kind of like because I just started my own business. So I can't go blowing money on comics the way I used to, but that's okay. All things in time. Other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. And, you know, until next time, read something good. Oh, geez, I almost forgot to say, please like and subscribe. I think that goes without saying. I know I say it all the time, so it feels a little bit redundant and pedantic, but yes, until next time, read something good, and we'll talk to you soon. I've been reading, let me just find it here. What was it called? There's a new one. It's a new one. And I can't remember what it's called because my brain. Ah!